Welcome to Dr. Reese Live every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. And for all the peekers and seekers out there in social media land, you must know that the cost of the membership is going up May 1st. So if you want to get in, you got 15 days to get in at the current cost. So that might be something you want to consider speeding up. Get on the phone with our people. Go to drkevinreese.com and talk it out with the coaches. But for the people that are already in, we have our members here on the Zoom, and I hope to see a lot of you on June 7th at the annual meet and greet. And certainly we'll be talking in about 25, 30 minutes. So if you have any questions for me, perhaps write that down. If you have a win or a testimony that I need to hear, I would love to hear it. Let me know. Write it down. Get your thoughts together, and let's talk about it. I did a podcast interview this morning. I'm a guest on podcasts every now and again, and you know the woman interviewing me kept saying, "How do you have these testimonies? There's so many, and it's overwhelming. If you go to the website and you click on healing results, it's going to take half the day to watch them all, right?" So I want to encourage everyone to go experience that. And yeah, you're not going to spend half the day probably, but you can really go through those testimonies and really catch wind of what's happening here. Even if you're in the membership, because some of you just may need the motivation to keep going. One of the things that we're doing come May 1st is we're requiring all new members to sign up for the whole year. None of this month-to-month stuff. It's over. It is over. Because head-to-toe healing is a process. It's a verb. It's a river. It moves. So if somebody comes in for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then drops it like a Netflix subscription, well, they're never going to witness the miracle. So moving forward, come May 1st, for all the new people, the future people that aren't in yet, we're locking them in. It was a big decision, but we're going to lock them in for that whole year. Now, after the first year, if they want to pay monthly, that's fine. If they don't like us for whatever reason, they can drop on month 13, 14, 15. But this head-to-toe healing thing, you got to give it a year of your life. You got to give it 1 year to get the miracle. Because the symptom score is going to come down. And, 10 symptoms may go away in a few weeks. Some people, it happens in a few weeks. But then there's still those other 10 that might be nagging, right? They're still there. So what do? Well, you keep going. That's what you do. You keep going. You keep practicing the lifestyle of head-to-toe healing. And you go to a coach and you get some tweaks. You get some changes. Maybe your supplement takes a left turn, or your PAT routine takes a right turn. Like, you might have to tweak this and tweak that. But you still keep going. You still keep practicing. But I guarantee you, the miracle is always around the corner. Always around the corner. So, all right, let's go to the peekers and seekers out there in social media land. Sean, Coach Sean, are you there?
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
All
How are you
right.
doing?
I'm good. What's the first big question?
So, someone is asking, What are your views on the carnivore diet?
Well, I think it's a good jumpstart diet. I mean, I don't recommend it for life.
Would you give like a threshold on how long someone should be on a diet that strict?
3 to 6 months. 6 is pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's still going to be ratio imbalances. You still have to supplement with a lot of calcium. But it's a good jump start, you know? A really good jump start.
When I like started to look into it more, I realized there is no like huge sources of calcium or the cofactors associated with them in food. I mean, it's just not there. But
It's in the bones.
right.
So if we were eating the whole animal,
Oh yeah.
head to toe, snout to tail, then you would be getting the full vast array of nutrients. But we're not. People just eat the muscle. So
True. Very true. The next question is somebody was asking, my child has ADHD and I'm worried about the side effects of the medication. Are there any natural ways to help kids with ADHD? Can ADHD be reversed?
well, yeah, it's a nutritional issue. And so you got to get the kid off the poor four foods and you got to get them on specific nutrients and you got to give it some time. Give it a few months. I don't know what these medications can do. It can make them an addict too, you know. I think the psychiatrists are making a fortune off ADHD. I know adults that are addicted to Ritalin. Yeah, you take it out, you take the powder out, you sniff it in your nose. That's what they do. I'm not telling people, I'm saying that's what they do. Once you get addicted to something, it's, you know, why start? It's funny how marijuana used to be called the gateway drug. You know what the real gateway drug is? Prescription drugs. Next.
Someone is asking, do you have anything to help with a depressed child?
Well, it depends on the age of the child. But certainly the purple book would be a good start. Right? The purple book will teach you a lot. But if you're a child and you're depressed, you probably have a nutritional deficiency. There's probably something going on in your life where, you know, you're not looking forward to things. That's why we have holidays, you know, that cheers people up. The human mind is designed to be excited for the future. When you look forward to something, you typically become happy. When you have nothing to look forward to, you typically become sad. It's just a mind trick. I'm sure there was no cavemen that were depressed. They're just surviving. Next.
On FB, someone is asking, how do you know if you have a copper deficiency?
Well, you know, we practice symptomology. So, you know, we would go by the symptoms and give an educated guess. But of course, you can get blood labs and just, you know, get in there. But a blood lab can only do so much. It's kind of a screenshot of how you are today. So I think our analysis is much more effective from an overall standpoint. But there are symptoms that go along with each deficiency. In fact, each deficiency can create up to 10 different symptoms, which means there's 900 symptoms. Ryan, what would you say about a copper deficiency? You're our nutrition specialist on the team.
It's going to look a lot like anemia, almost identical to anemia, really hard to tell apart. And in fact, copper deficiency can actually just cause anemia. So you'll have a lot of lack of energy and, drooping skin and stuff like that. And maybe bags under your eyes, bruise easily, that type of thing. But yeah, you can do blood tests, but you can also do hair analysis.
Yeah.
Good old hair analysis will tell you not only if the copper is low, but its ratio to zinc, which is its most important ratio.
Yep.
Copper's got a bit of a hype behind it right now. It's funny how things go on social media nowadays, where things have hype cycles. So copper is going through a hype cycle.
Hype cycle.
Copper, it's excessively important. It is, but I think a lot of people are actually overdoing the copper, and that can create a zinc deficiency. Once again, the relationship is very, very important. In fact, it's more important than the outright levels, that you have the proper ratio between zinc and copper.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some blood drawn last Tuesday, and the phlebotomist was like worried that they were taking too much blood. I had 13 vials taken. She's like, "Let me know if you feel funny." She said like 16 times. I'm like, "I'm fine, I'm fine." But yeah, it's good to check. I check once a year. But again, I think our analysis is more effective from a macro level. Sean, do you have another question?
Well, I just had a point to add that, like, the whole point of the head to toe analysis, in my opinion, is to show people that what they think the problem is much like an iceberg. My best analogy, it's the problem that they're focused on is not the problem that they should be looking at. It's the problems that are in the deeper understanding, the root causes and such like that,
Mm-hmm.
that they need to worry about. But the only thing they see is the surface symptoms, the surface issues. And then they get caught in the habit of chasing symptoms, and then before you know it, you just chase yourself right into a prison, essentially. And I think the head to toe analysis kind of breaks that mentality for people. It helps them understand that, oh, you have all of these symptoms, yes, but all of where they're coming from is probably the same source. So once you figure out where the root cause is, I feel like it makes things a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Absolutely. Yeah, the head to toe analysis is essential to the entire method of head to toe healing. Mandatory.
so on FB, someone was asking, what is your opinion on colon sea monster tests? Is it safe?
You're talking about colonoscopies?
I think there's another test that's associated with it as well. I forgot what it was called.
Well,
Colon.
I would say read the red book, because I'm not. There's only so many things I can say. So it's in a book.
And another person is asking, my blood pressure will not go down. I'm on 3 medications for it. What should I do? 155 over 101.
Well, you have a systemic issue, so head to toe healing is your answer. It's nothing more that needs to be said. Get in.
A piggyback off of the depression is, can depression in adults, let me look at this question. Can depression in adults, be be the cause of bad stomach lining? I think that's what they're trying to ask.
Everything can be a cause of everything. That's what the philosophy of head to toe healing is. Everything's connected. Your eyes have everything to do with your ears, and your ears have everything to do with your eyes, and your eyes have everything to do with your big toe, and your big toe has everything to do with your belly button. There's a quote for the ages. Somebody make a meme.
It can go both ways too. I mean, the depression could have something to do with the stomach or digestion problem. You're not absorbing nutrients properly. You need nutrients to make all your neurotransmitters and to feel good, make all your energy, hormones and stuff like that. And it can go the other way where if you're depressed, you're probably neglecting your food. That's one of the first things that goes out the window, right? We bring in all this comfort food when we feel bad, and invariably that comfort food is bad for us and makes us feel more bad.
Right.
Or they could both be caused by some other thing. Could be a spinal problem, could be a posture problem, could be a nutrient problem, could be all
Eli,
kinds
can
of
you turn the air off? I can't hear.
They're off.
Yeah, I can't hear. Next question.
So going back, it's more of a comment, but going back to the whole carnivore thing, someone on Facebook is saying, I did carnivore for 6 months and lost 40 pounds, but I had to add some fruits and vegetables. I was losing bone and could hardly walk. I couldn't afford to eat all that beef.
Yeah, well, you're missing calcium. That's why it's a short-term thing. Is there anything going on in the TT? We're not neglecting the TT people, are we?
No, they're just mainly asking about parasites.
Jeez. Parasites.
Can I comment on this parasite thing?
Yeah.
Because we get asked this every single week. I get asked this every single day. I said last week that it's becoming very annoying. But this is how it goes with the hype cycles. Everyone out there should know that a huge proportion of the people who come to us for advice have already done parasite cleanses. They were told that parasites were the cause of their diabetes or their blood pressure problem or their whatever. They did a bunch of cleanses. And honestly, half of them are still thinking, maybe I just didn't cleanse enough. Maybe I just didn't do the right cleanse. They're looking for the right cleanse. You can't cleanse your way out of most of these things.
Right.
Cleanses have a place. It's not the main place. It's buried down after several other things that you would do to get healthy first. If all else fails, we can consider cleansing, but in the vast majority of cases, it is not necessary. Body can handle parasites when it's healthy, and our job is to get it healthy. People have the equation backwards. They think if they just get rid of the parasites, they're going to be healthy. You got to get healthy first to get rid of the parasites. If there are parasites, most of these people are doing cleanses and they have no proof or evidence at all. They just saw some Facebook posts that said, everything is caused by parasites. It's like people doing dieting, right? They're doing keto or they're doing carnivore or whatever, and they're feeling bad. And then the whole community on the hype train says, well, you're just not doing it right.
Yeah.
You got to do more of it.
No. No way. No, another one of my old detox buddies just died last week or whatever. So, they just keep cleansing and cleansing and cleansing and cleansing and cleansing until they waste away. We need nutrition. It's the raw materials you're made up of, especially minerals. Next question.
On TT, someone is asking, have you ever heard of the amazing gallbladder and liver flush?
What is it today? Cleanse day? What?
It's
It's like
always
carnivore and
Cleanse
cleanse
Day on the
day?
Every day is cleanse day now.
No, I never heard of it. I don't feel like I need to either.
Well, that's all I can really find on TT. I'll go back to the metas. On IG, someone is asking, do you have any suggestions for healing chronic pain from a concussion in an elderly woman?
Well, it's a head to toe healing approach again. And this person needs to want to heal. Just because someone's elderly doesn't mean that, you know, you can just do it for them. They have to want to do it. That's first of all. But it can be done. Pain is the name of our game. Goes away all the time. Next.
So a lot of people on IG are asking on specifics with cholesterol numbers. I don't know if this is a touchy subject for you to be talking on socials, but
Everything's a touchy subject besides the poor four foods.
they're asking about that too. But
I feel like we should shut social media off sometimes. And just, anyway, go ahead.
well, people want to know what the poor four foods are. We'll go to that.
The poor four foods are gluten, bottled oils, fake food, and fried food. Yeah. People heal all over the world by just getting off those four foods, and they buy the cookbook and, you know, make their recipes. And I think we have to do a better job of promoting the recipes. But yeah.
So this person on FB, we spoke on it a little bit before, but I kind of want to redirect them. They say, "Hello, due to the horrible chemical additives and processing of foods in our country, I have fatty liver and I'm in pain. I'm going into 2 weeks on carnivore, and I'm wondering if you have any other recommendations, please."
No, there's no recommendations. You just got to get in and do your thing. You just got to come through the door. Fatty liver is an easily reversible thing. Wouldn't you say, Ryan?
Yeah, and it's not because of toxins. It's logical to think that. There's lots of people saying that. Oh, it's because we have so many more toxins, so our liver is more burdened. That's not why it's caused. It's a metabolic problem centered on a blood sugar problem, an insulin problem. Too much insulin, basically, in most cases. And it is reversible, but yeah, it's a multi-nutrient deficiency. And toxins aren't good, but that's not the cause of it, or else every single person would have fatty liver.
Yeah. Next.
So someone made a comment like, so this isn't to help, just order your book. And I kind of wanted you to explain to people why you direct people to the book. Like, there's only so much information you can give, right? And
Pretty much every single social media health influencer out there, if you look really closely, you'll see that they're supplement pushers. You can see their whole gimmick, right? They give tips and tricks, and you feel like they're giving you value. But the tips and tricks don't work without their supplements, right? We don't do that. Everything's done behind a curtain in a membership, in a community. That's where the head to toe healing takes place. But outside of that community, we're peddling books. We're book pushers. They're supplement pushers. We're book pushers. We're education pushers. We're knowledge pushers. We're wake people up pushers. And so the books are designed to help people wake up. I specifically wrote them to help people wake up.
I feel like in society now, the body, people don't understand that their body has no concept of what we grew into, which is like a society of convenience and instant gratification. You go to the clinic, instantly diagnosed, you get a medication that day.
Right.
What, that medication that you take, you expect to feel an effect within 5 minutes. If you don't feel anything, oh, it didn't work for me. I don't want this medication anymore. And so I feel like that has led people into this, again, mentality to where they're like, oh, if it's not instant, if I'm not getting that supplement and taking it and it's not working for me, then whatever, it's not effective. And with us pushing this knowledge, if you're not pushing a supplement, if you're not pushing a protocol, then you're of no use nowadays. What it
Yeah.
seems like people
Yeah.
don't want to take the time to look into
No.
their body and learn.
And I feel like, and Sean, we've been doing this a long while. And as many people know, we used to charge quite a bit for our program, right? We used to charge $8,200. Okay. That said, how many people ever joined our program without reading a book, Sean? Zero. And now it's pretty much the same with the membership too. I'd be willing to bet out of our 300 or so members that only maybe 5 to 10 didn't read a book. It's the books that wake people up. There's an energy field in those books. The books are everything. And God willing, they're going to be around for hundreds and hundreds of years. Especially that red one. That red one is very, very, very important. It's by far the most important book. The only way it becomes unimportant is if the medical monopoly falls. Then it's not important anymore. It just did its work and now it's over. You know? But I think the books are very important. If people don't read the books, I'm not saying they have to read all 10, but if you read 2 or 3, it's going to be enough for that light bulb to go off in your head. That aha moment. To know that something wild is happening over here. Very wild is happening. And then you go on the website and you see all the testimonies of people healing all around the world. Anyone with some sort of heart or feeling or common sense is going to take a step back and go, whoa. So I think this is a long-winded question, a long-winded answer to your question, but the books are super important to what we do. And it's almost to the point now where we don't even want to take anybody in that doesn't read a book. This isn't traditional. This isn't the traditional religion of doctorism. This isn't normal stuff. This is not medical. If you want to go sit with the doctor for 15 minutes, then go to your primary. Me, I give you 15 minutes per chapter.
I would love to speak on this for a second if I'm allowed.
Yes. Ryan has books too, by the way.
Well, Ryan has books too, but Ryan was a supplement pusher for many years. That's what I was. But I saw what other people were doing and I hated it. You know, you make a post about how important zinc is, buy the zinc.
Right.
You make a post about how important CoQ10 is, buy the CoQ10. You make every post about Shilajit and Irish sea moss. You know, you'll sell a lot of Shilajit and Irish sea moss, but you won't help people fully get healthy. So I refused to do that from the beginning. And I think people like me for that. You know, our accounts were quite popular. I would give out something close to a protocol. Well, speaking, doing something like this, I would be saying, someone says the blood pressure, I'd say, okay, well, you want to do this, you want to do this, you want to do this, you want to do this.
Go buy the supplement and you can do it.
Well,
Right.
instead of giving them a link to a single supplement, because I never wanted to do it that way. I always wanted to do individual protocols because I know that that's how we got better results. One problem with that is the person doesn't have much commitment.
Nope.
So a lot of people end up getting free protocols and not even doing anything with it, which is annoying and unprofitable. And some people will do it halfway and so on and so on. And it got really difficult to maintain. And it was almost impossible for me to get help doing it because there's so many people just, again, not taking the advice or wanting to do half of it, wanting to do a quarter of it, treading tires, kicking tires, we call it in the sales business, you know. So, you know, over the years, many people came in and tried to help and dropped out because they realized that my way of doing it was very inefficient from a business perspective. The people who did the advice properly, we generally have very, very good results. That's why I wanted to do individual protocols. That's why I wanted to stick with it and not hawk random supplements, even though I could hawk random supplements. You know, it's just not going to get the results. So if we were to do it that way, first of all, Sean, you got to get a job, bro. I'm sorry. Levi behind the camera, I'm sorry, man. You got to go. You got to move back home.
Yeah.
You know, there's not enough money there. I don't want to make it sound like it's only business, but there's a lot of time involved in helping people. The commissions that are involved from selling supplements are not worth it. Frankly, they're not worth it. That's why you have to hawk supplement after supplement after supplement after supplement to all kinds of random people.
Well, the
and
big
not deal
dogs
with them
make
personally.
the big dogs make a lot of money. They have the YouTube views. And
But
then
they don't
have-
help people personally.
They don't help people personally. No.
No, they give you this advice. This is how good zinc is. This is my zinc. You know, this is my
Right.
liposomal vitamin C. Go ahead and buy it.
Every single Dr. Berg video leads to a supplement.
Yeah.
All Barbara O'Neill leads to is a supplement.
And to finish my little spiel here, I knew all along, we've been, you know, working together for many years behind the scenes. Nobody knew that, but we did. I knew all along that you were getting better results than me. And there was two reasons for that. Number one is because you do more than nutrition, right? You do also posture alignment therapy, mindfulness, we have the community, and so on. Number two is because you have people who are committed first. Committed first. Not, I'll try this and see what happens, and then maybe I'll get committed, right? And then maybe not.
Right.
Oh, it's not working. 2 weeks in, month in. We have to pivot a lot in this business. You know, it's not always, sometimes you get lucky and on your first month, you get a wallop of a result. But most of the time we have to pivot. You know, we have to be able to change things, and we need commitment from the person so they don't just give up 2 months in.
Right.
And they wasted all of our time. We all wasted time. They wasted
Yeah.
time. We wasted time.
Yeah.
So to get the commitment up front, that's why we have the results. These people are locked in. And even some of them, I know some of the members here that are in the member room tonight have almost given up. The reason they didn't is because the community keeps them going, for one. For two, they already paid for the whole year, right? They're already in.
Yeah.
You might as well keep going. You might as well keep attending the classes. You might as well get the courage to speak up in one of the classes and ask about their problem and bug me to change their protocol or something like that. And they do. And then now the results start coming in. Oh, this starts getting a little bit better. Just saying, the commitment part being there up front, key. Absolutely key. And the fact that you've created head to toe healing that is more than nutrition, more than supplement pushing, more than the new fad diet. That's why it works so well.
Yeah. And that's why I made the 1 year mandatory. This
It
month,
should be. What are you going to do in a month? They're not
Yeah.
committed if they're only going to get a month. I'll see how it goes.
Not
No,
to
you
mention
won't.
the spies, and all that stuff. So, 1 year. Give us a year. All right, so I think we're done answering questions for the peakers and the seekers out there in social media land. Let's go to our members, our beautiful community. Tamara, I do see activity there in the chat room.
Yes. I have a question that I'm posting in here for Evelyn. She was on our social media and she's just asking about the fluorescent urine with the supplements. She's asking if that's normal.
In the beginning, it can be. But I would suggest that will go away.
Okay. Cynthia has a win. Her
Win.
a win of having energy again to do the tasks throughout the day.
Nice. Nice. Keep it up, Cynthia.
And someone's asking about black seed oil. Is that good for hair or health? I've heard good things, but not sure.
Yeah, some people say it's the ultimate anti-inflammatory thing. I wouldn't drink it. What say you, Ryan?
Usually oxidized. It's usually sold as a liquid, open liquid, without encapsulation and proper procedures to avoid oxidation.
What if you could
And
find
nothing
it?
against it if it was properly protected and all that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if it's in caps?
If it's from a company that protects from oxidation, there's many different methods they could use.
Yeah.
On the open market, it's usually impossible to tell.
Yeah.
Actually, let me tell you a funny thing. So I've actually been posing as you, Dr. Reese, in some cases, because you're a doctor. So I've been reaching out to a few companies over the past several weeks, trying to find out what their oxidation procedures are or their anti-oxidation procedures are. All of them, I'm not going to name the companies, all of them have actually refused to even answer me.
Wow.
We're not going to disclose that. That's proprietary information. This is a good thing, if a company is protecting from oxidation, you would think they want to let you know about that.
We should do a whole
Refuse to answer.
expose video on that.
Well, it's probably every company on the open market.
Wow.
Probably.
But the company that we use for our members is protected, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With more than one method.
Tamara, next.
Yes. Catherine's asking, Dr. Reese, could vertigo be the result of cataract surgery in both eyes? I feel that when I experienced my first vertigo episode, she says she's feeling that's when she experienced her first vertigo episode. But my eyesight is fine, thanks.
Well, there's no way to know for sure. I mean, I'd have to see the position of your neck and, your spine and all that good stuff. Vertigo can come from many, many different causes. Same with tinnitus. Same category. So you just keep doing head to toe healing and, it'll go away.
And I don't know if Natasha, maybe?
And keep in mind too, I'm sorry, keep in mind that the eyes are in the same vicinity. These are what I call above the shoulder symptoms. I talk about this all the time when I do the analysis, right? When you see that major forward head, you're susceptible to above the shoulder symptoms. What's that going to be? That's going to be dizziness. I don't call it vertigo. It's dizziness. Ringing in the ears. They call it tinnitus. Blah, blah. That's the brand. We're talking cavities. We're talking eye issues. We're talking nose issues. We're talking mouth issues. We're talking headaches. It's above the shoulder symptoms. It's all in the same category.
And one of our members is saying that her vertigo went away a month into the program, and she's wondering if the postural therapy fixed it.
All right, who's this? Can we talk? Who said that?
If you want to talk, please. Come on, there you go.
Hi.
Yeah, so I mean, my autoimmune conditions kind of have went away too.
Wow. Okay. Let's.
And then I stopped doing the postural therapy for like a week, and it kind of the vertigo came back. So then I started doing it again, and it went away again.
Isn't that funny how that happens? And this is what I keep
Yeah.
telling people: head to toe healing is a verb. It's a process. It's a river. It moves. You don't just stop. You have to keep going.
You just said something that I'm curious about. That the neck thing can create cavities. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, yeah. If you're not filtering your lymph and your food is just hanging out, or the bacteria, the microbiome in your mouth isn't right. Yeah.
So that could be from the posture. So the postural therapy could fix that, but also the bacteria in your mouth. Is there something? Well, you guys have a mouth rescue too. I should look at, huh?
Yeah. We have the course on the whole mouth. Yeah.
Okay, that would fix
Yeah.
the bacterial part.
Yeah. So when you came into this program, you have vertigo,
Yes, for a year. I had it for a straight year.
and now you do not.
No, if I stop doing the postural therapy, it might come back. But it's gone right now, and it's been gone for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And it came back for about a week, and that's when I got lazy with the postural therapy for like a
And
week.
how long did it take for the vertigo? Let's not call it
Like,
vertigo.
I've only
How
been in
long
the
did it take
program-
for the dizziness to go away?
I've only been in the program for like maybe a month and a half. And so I think the vertigo went away almost within the first month. I did the
can't make
gut
this stuff up.
rescue, and my pain went away in my wrist. I had the pain in my wrist for like a year. I tried to do bioidentical hormones, and this is.
Are you
I'm
happy?
excited. I just bought like the brain rescue because I have a big exam coming up and I failed it, but it said that
I can't help
I'm
you
just
pass.
trying to, huh?
I can't help you pass.
But I feel like it's gonna help me be able to like comprehend faster. Like I'm just a slow reader, and so I feel like the brain stuff is gonna just make me more sharper and faster.
Tell me about
It
the
will.
autoimmune stuff that you had going on.
I had chronic fatigue, pain in my wrists, my shoulders, and I did some blood work, and they were like, yeah, you have like pre-Hashimoto's, my blood levels and stuff. And I did one of the programs that helped a little bit with like fatigue, but that the pain and stuff in my body never went away. And so that's when I came into this program, and it's gone. I didn't even expect that. Like not that quickly.
But I did.
Yeah.
I expected it.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I've been telling all my friends, and I just got one of my clients tell me that they got prostate cancer. So trying to get them.
You just got to give these people the red book. You telling them about me is not going to work.
Just give them the red book. Okay, I'll
It's
buy a
not-
whole bunch of them.
It's not going to work. You just give
Yeah.
them the red book and say, read this.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for having faith in us. I can't wait to keep hearing your results. It's good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Okay, let's see here.
You can't make this stuff up, man. It's just... Tamara, we should be billionaires, Tamara.
Right.
We should be billionaires. We're healing the world.
Yeah. Carrie is commenting. She is reading Reverse the Cause Now, and there is a sentence that really made a mark on her. And that sentence was, the only mountain you need to climb is that of your mind.
I don't remember writing it, but it sounds like something I would say. I don't remember anything I wrote in those books. It just comes out.
And then someone's asking about reversing gray hair.
It takes a long time in men. It takes shorter time in women. And that's something that is just kind of a side effect of head to toe healing. We don't know exactly why it happens. It just happens.
Yeah.
There's a lot we don't know. People should understand that.
I'm on a mission to figure this one out, by the way, because it's my one symptom score. It's been coming in.
One? Only one, Ryan?
Yeah, it was coming in strong in my early 20s when I was vegetarian and then vegan. I added eggs back in. It stopped. And my hair came back in. I was losing my hair too. It stopped for 10 years. And then in the last few years, I started to have a few grays creeping in. And I'm trying to fix it and find the answer. And it's definitely not that simple. A lot of people out there saying, oh, it's easy. You just put castor oil on it and rosemary or whatever. It's not that simple.
You need to be doing your PAT.
Oh, I do, but I don't do it as intensely as I did at first to fix my scoliosis, I guess you call it, crooked spine and crooked hips.
Yeah.
6 weeks fixed that, and then I backed off, and now I'm doing the pretty simple regimen. I could go further.
I feel like the gray hair slowed down in me since I started. Still there a little bit, but yeah. But then my hair grows so fast now since being on all the supplements and everything.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. Yeah. Lori has the win. No more joint pain after 2 weeks.
Wow. Lori, where are you?
Where was the joint pain? Yeah, Lori, are you here?
Hey guys,
Hi.
Hi, Lori.
How are you?
I try really hard to stay quiet because I'm such a talker. Yeah, so this is interesting. I used to tug and pull on my mom a lot with dementia, caring for her for 6 years, and I haven't done that in a year, and I expected all that to go away. And I have a history of Hashimoto's, not really symptoms with that now that I know of. I probably do. But I started taking the nutrients, and for about a week, I was like, I'm feeling pretty good. This is going to be a positive program. And this weekend, I was sitting with my husband, and we were working in the garden, and I said, do you realize I have no more joint pain? And I was wondering why you were like lifting and tugging some of those bags and not really saying anything. I used to have joint pain in my wrists. I had a lot of just in my neck and my arms. I love the postural alignment. I don't really know what frozen shoulder is, other than the fact that I could not lift my arm up over my head or out the side. It just really hurt. And I didn't say that in the wind, but that doesn't hurt anymore.
Mm.
And every night I make sure I stretch that out, because when I am in pain, I tend to want to sleep with my arm over my head and the wind, but that doesn't hurt anymore.
Mm.
And every night I make sure I stretch that out, because when I am in pain, I tend to want to sleep with my arm over my head. And I haven't done that about myself, and I've really put a lot of 2 and 2 together about the whole insulin resistance and metabolic stuff, and that's probably related to my thyroid. Who knows? But I don't care. I'm just following the program.
That's it.
I'm taking the supplements, and I'm the lady that keeps saying hope. When you have a community and you realize that you have power to make changes, it's not about a magic fix, a magic pill. I suffered through things with my parents and my son who had an autoimmune disease for years. And I remember the day I woke up doing alternative things with him, and I hadn't done it for myself, but at the time I remember looking in the sky, sitting outside and thinking, my son's not going to die. We have the power to do things.
Yeah.
And where I get lost, I'm a licensed mental health therapist, but where I get lost is that connection community piece. I never felt heard from doctors. I don't like box checking. I don't like pills for answers. I want someone to talk with me, communicate with me. And so I think the whole alignment with postural stuff, nutrition, connection, mindfulness, it's a package deal, and it helps keep you connected to yourself, and you feel empowered that I can do this.
That's right.
It's not some magical pill or person for 15 minutes. And I feel like people need to see that hope. You know, we are just brainwashed to think that
Well,
it's just a crapshoot, and it's not. You have so much power, and there's so much hope in that. You have so much ability in healing yourself. It's
well,
right.
that's one of the reasons why we document all these testimonies on video
I know.
to provide hope. The interesting thing is people ignore it. So,
Yeah. And I love Ryan's conversation about, you know, sometimes we transfer the magic fix from pharmaceuticals to vitamins, and that's not true. It's about everyone's unique. We were all made to be unique creatures. You know,
Yeah.
God that way. I feel that way. And so it's our job to connect and find that uniqueness so that people can see the healing in themselves. And so I stalked y'all for years on Facebook, and I'm a busy professional woman, and I just took a step out and poured into myself by going into this program.
mm,
And I can't always sit in on things live, but I see everything afterwards. You know, it's the community. That's the piece that was a hook for me.
well, we're glad you're here, Lori, and excited to hear that you had pain and now you don't.
Holy moly. Me too. Awesome. And I so how fast I forgot I had pain. It was weird. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Okay, we have Mike saying that, okay, he went from a walking stick to ski boots in 18 months.
Whoa.
It's a long story, but I did it.
Well, where is he?
I don't know. Or Mike, are you here? You want to share?
He said
No
he went
pressure.
from a walking stick to ski boots.
Yeah.
That's a big transformation right there. That's head to toe healing for you.
And Denise had a comment about what we were talking about earlier about the supplements. She was saying, that's why I never got a Dr. Berg or Dr. O'Neill supplement. I don't believe in trying one or two things promoted. There is no channel for a feedback. I like the membership, but what drew me was the concept of head to toe healing and get my discovery analysis done.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and that's what I hope for with people out there that are the peekers and the seekers on the TikTok and on the Facebook and on the Instagram and on the YouTube. They're out there right now and they're peeking in. They don't understand the gravity of what's happening yet. And once the light bulb goes off, just like it did for Denise, then it becomes a very aha moment. And then once you understand it and once you get your first result, it just keeps going and going and going and going. And you just keep practicing this lifestyle and your symptoms go away.
Mm-hmm.
You live pain and drug free.
Susan had made a comment. The anxiety answer really helped to purchase a plane ticket to see you. No more acid reflux for 2 months now. And I finished the 120. Mindfulness is helping me to learn how to slow down. I'm learning every day. I love this membership and the support where you cannot get anywhere else.
Who's this?
Susan.
Is Susan here?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, there you are, Susan. So the acid
Yeah.
reflux is gone?
Yes, for a couple of months now.
And how long were you suffering with that?
Oh, for a couple of years.
Oh, okay. So a couple years gone in a couple months.
It's gone.
You know how many people there are out there suffering with acid reflux and heartburn and such? And they're just...
And a lot of that belching. No more. I don't do that anymore. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. And your pain is gone. So
My pain is gone. Yeah,
Okay.
sciatic pain.
Yeah.
I'm just working on the headaches. That hasn't left me yet.
it will.
It will, and the blood pressure.
It will.
But it's gonna go. I have
Yeah.
faith.
There you go.
I'm
There it is.
hopeful.
That's
I'm slowing down too. I'm not so impulsive. So it's really helping so much,
Yeah.
especially that anxiety answer.
The yellow
Really.
book. So what?
Yeah.
So you like the book? The book helped.
I love, oh, yes. Yeah, I'm slowing down. I'm meditating more, thinking more.
Hmm.
So I'm feeling so much more calmer. It's wonderful.
Very cool.
Tapping into that inner child that's really helped me so much.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. So thank you so much. And everyone helps me with the PAT is amazing.
Yeah.
That really, when I miss it, like today and Thursday, I do it. I do it anyway.
Yeah.
Over the weekend too. I have to do it every day.
Yeah.
It's wonderful program. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank
Thank you so much. I
Thank you
can't
for
wait to meet
sharing.
y'all.
June 7th, we'll see you here. Annual meet and greet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone had a question about the meet and greet. Let's see, what was it? Oh, they're asking about, will you stream the big fun time in June for those of us who are not able to attend?
We will not be streaming. I don't think that'd be fair to the people that got tickets. But we will obviously record it, and we will put the full video in the membership, but not right away. Maybe 6 months from now, a year, something like that.
Perfect. And Mark has a win. 2 weeks into the gut rescue, bum ba da bum, now regular after bouncing between constipation and diarrhea for most of my adult life. He's now focusing on his basal temperature. Thanks, Ryan, and all. Can't believe how fast this stuff works.
Very cool. Is Mark here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
There, our resident catcher.
Yep.
Getting close to being in the crouch now, getting closer.
So you had gut issues and no more.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's what regularity feels like. Oh, real.
Yeah.
So if you got time, I got a quick story.
Yeah, sure.
So when I have free time during the day, a month or two ago, I got somebody said, you ought to do roadie gigs. Roadie gigs, what's that mean? Well, it's like Uber delivers people and DoorDash delivers food and roadie delivers stuff. So I signed up, and so some of my roadie gigs, I go into CVS pharmacy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got, I got a pharmacy delivery. Take it from CVS to whoever's getting it. And they're usually pretty simple. They're very light. And you go in and you greet the pharmacy techs, and these people are feverishly working. And there's not just one or two pharmacy techs. There's a handful, if very bare minimum's a half a dozen or more pharmacy techs just feverishly working, filling prescriptions. And so that's kind of fun aha moment. And then you get to deliver the actual drugs to the people in the homes and the apartments, and they're so thankful because they're hopeful. Oh, I got my drugs, and I'm just laughing my butt off because they ain't getting anything. This stuff is so cool. They ain't getting any of it, but that's the world we live in, and it is what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
all I do is chuckle and move on, and
Yeah.
try to find peace in it. But talk about full circle, right in the middle of frickin' Iowa in the metro, every day, all day long. And I don't do it all day long, but so anyway, I got stories upon stories about different stuff, but I don't want to be a screen hog here. So
All right. Well, thank you for sharing, and I'm glad you're getting better. You're still improving.
thank you all.
Awesome. And then Felicia, she got some blood work results and had low white blood cell count and low neutrophils for years. And the doc would always say, maybe you're getting over an illness. And I would say, but I haven't been sick. But I'm happy to say that they were both in normal range, finally, after years. And she is waiting for the rest of her results.
Nice.
Yep.
It's a nice win.
Yeah. We have Liz with more wins. Pain in my wrist and hands are going away from the PA. I had terrible pain in my upper leg and hip. Did the replay for Saturday. Now it's just gone. This afternoon, she had done the frog pose, gone 5 minutes, and she was suffering for 2 days. So now she knows. Amazing. Denise.
Liz has wins all the time.
I know. And Denise, she has a 15-pound weight loss, blood pressure still going down, energy through the roof. I was told by my son's doctor that his broken foot shouldn't have healed. It should have healed in 6 months. He broke it in January and he cleared for work. He started back on Tuesday, had him on vitamins, had him on the supplements and nutrients. Doctors are shocked. Forgot to tell you he's also diabetic. So it takes longer to heal. Also, a big weight loss for him, more than 20 pounds. All thanks for joining the membership.
Very well. Nice.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Paige had commented that she stopped coloring her hair in late December and has about 2 months to go before she's all gray. So she's looking to see how the gray changes during the healing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just take photos.
Take photos for sure.
Yeah.
Gray hair goes away quick with women sometimes.
Felicia's asking about glutathione, or is low glutathione a power? Wait, low glutathione is a powerful antioxidant, protects the hair follicle from oxidative stress. Not sure if we have glutathione in our nutrients.
Ryan, would you
Body
like to
makes
answer?
its own.
Yeah, it's the master.
Okay.
Yep.
Also, Felicia has a comment about how can we as a community get to know each other better and support each other? Suggestions, perhaps there's a way we can have a chatty patty night.
Chatty patty night.
We can go into break rooms and say hello and hang out.
Yeah, that would be cool.
What about the last month when we have that flow with you?
Yeah. Well, my first suggestion is, put your phone number in the chat, and everyone take down each other's phone numbers. The peekers and seekers on social media land, they can't see this, so
yeah,
they can't see the chat. So
it's true.
You can share phone numbers with each other, make friends. I think that's a good thing. Have some healing buddies. Buddy system works.
Yeah.
Keep each other accountable. Especially with mindfulness.
And awesome. Susan posted her number. Do we have any other questions, guys? We're running out of time. I think that's all that I have on my end here. Dr. Reese, do you have anything? Do you have any last words or?
Yeah, just to all the peekers and seekers out there, the membership is going up on May 1st. So if you want to get in at the current price, then you should go to drkevinreese.com and schedule a phone call. But if you haven't read a book, don't bother. You got to wake up first. You really need to wake up first. So read the Red Book or read Peace Over Pain.
Nice.
Peace Over Pain. I see the phone numbers. Good.
It's Felicia here.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I started a WhatsApp community chat, so I'll grab these numbers and I'll invite everybody. I just was being charged 40 cents a text, so that's why I went that route.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll-
it makes
yeah.
sense because people are from all over the world here.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'll see if I can try and grab these numbers.
That's a good idea.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a very good idea. And Felicia, were you satisfied with your blood labs?
Yes, hello. Yes, I was shocked that those white blood counts went up because they've been low for years. So, and some things, yes, I have an appointment next Wednesday to find out about the rest of it. I got my thyroid checked and I did the iodine loading test, which was quite interesting.
Hmm.
But right now, we're just trying to figure out we're working with Ryan right now to find out. I was getting an allergic reaction to something. So, okay, so I stopped everything for a week and I'm feeling it. I thought I was imagining it. I'm feeling the loss of the 90s. I'm really feeling that. So.
Okay. All right.
We're working on it.
Anything else? Tamara?
No, people are just posting their numbers.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Don't forget to put my number in there.
So if I save this chat, where does it go? Does anybody know?
Oh, you might have to just copy and paste.
Yeah, you can copy and paste up the whole thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
Remember, this is a verb. It's a process. Keep doing what you're supposed to do. You know, all three methods at the same time. That's the secret. Don't do one, don't do two, do all three at the same time. And watch what happens.
Hey, I have a win I just remembered.
Oh,
Can
what do you have, Denise?
Before you go, I had my right elbow started bothering me. I don't know what I did, but I remember doing the postural alignment therapy yesterday. Only a half an hour because I was kind of late in getting started, half an hour late. But you know, you do it, you just show up and you do it. And so it would still bother me at the end, but you know, some people, I notice when people start having some pain or something, they start losing hope, and it may have been said they get discouraged. But my thing is, nothing has failed. And I've seen myself take medications in the past. You know, I was used to be quick to take an Advil or Motrin for something, and it wouldn't go away right away, you know. And I noticed that the things that have happened to me, you know, the plantar fasciitis went away, the hip pain, the sciatica went away, the knees went away, the pain went away. So I'm like, well, things will happen. You will get an ache, or you will get a pinched nerve, or you'll get something. Don't know what happened, don't know how I could have prevented it, but I just kept on. Did the postural alignment therapy yesterday, and then today did some more, not to overwork it, and not just to one part of the body, like PTs would do. And I just got better, you know. This afternoon, I noticed, I said, oh, when I lean down now on that joint, it doesn't bother me. And sometimes it's just a matter of how you sleep. So I just shifted my weight a little bit. But I did that before. I'm telling you, it's just keeping that frame of mind, keeping the faith, doing your postural alignment therapy, taking your supplements, you know, the 90 essentials, just doing the things that you should be doing when you're living right. It's like you said, Dr. Reese, brushing your teeth, flossing. If you're used to doing it, you get yourself doing it, and you'll see, no matter what happens to you, just don't get discouraged. You already have the faith.
That's
So
right.
just keep on going.
There you go.
So it's basically gone now.
There you go.
Yep.
Just like that. Poof.
Yep. You just never give up.
So Tamara, there's a lot of phone numbers in the chat, so everyone can share create a buddy system with each other.
Yep.
Hopefully,
all-
we all get to meet June 7th at the meet and greet, whoever's coming. I look forward to that. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing happening here. Thank you for showing up. I'll try and do a pop-up live sometime this week. And Ryan should be live tomorrow at some time.
2 p.m. Eastern.
2 p.m. Eastern.
Don't know if Karen's going to join me, but I'll be there.
Or Sean. Sean may be there too, right?
Yep.
Someone's going to be there.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Good night.